met Jay Leno at a private function, and I went up to him with jokes that I had, and I said, I don't know.
What was the private function?
It was a big printing company that invited our law firm to this big opening.
Oh, okay.
And he basically, I handed him the jokes, and he was like, okay. He really does talk like they're letting helium out of a balloon very slowly. And then 2 days later, my phone rings. It's like, it's Jay Leno. Is Paul there? And I thought it was my friend David pranking me. And I go, yeah, really funny, David. And he goes, no, it's really Jay Leno. And I said to Jay Leno, you do a lousy Jay Leno.
That call changed our next guest's life and kickstarted his career. And my goodness, it's been a career in comedy. Give it up from a friend, comedian Paul Mecurio, everybody. Hi, Paul. Welcome back. What's up, buddy? Welcome back. How you doing?
I love the beard.
Do you like it? Yeah.
I love this beard.
Thank you.
When I was here last,
no.
you're like a little fuzzy, hazy, like a thing. Look.
I know. This was an act of Congress, believe me. Oh yeah, I had to get it approved. I had to get a waiver.
Do you have back hair?
No, just hair.
Seriously, let me see.
No, I'll take it off later. We'll go in the back. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, my story with Marge there. Marge is 93.
Love it. My mother's 91.
Yes!
And she's out of her mind. She's not. Don't go, old lady. She's 91. The one in the pink. You try living with her. She's Italian. She grew up in the Depression. She won't throw anything away. And she started her own, don't get me started. She started her own store, furniture store, in 1961 in a tenement house when we were just little kids, and grew it into this amazing store. But she will not listen to anybody. First of all, she won't buy things to run the store. So she doesn't have filing cabinets because they cost too much money. So you know what she puts her bills in? She puts them in styrofoam coolers. I swear to God, because they're lightweight and they're easy to carry around. Yeah, you think it's funny? When she gets audited, it looks like she's going on a picnic, okay? and do not encourage her. Stop clapping. And she annoys me, and she knows how to annoy me, because she can't hear. She was born with bad ears. Okay, she got a hearing aid. She bought the hearing aid in like 1970 for $6 off a guy in an alley somewhere. And it never works. And she doesn't want to wear it because she's too vain. So we go to my brother-in-law's house, who's cheap, by the way, and we'll get to that in a minute. And so now we're invited. It's not really a direct relative, and it's like a yeah, you laugh. It's like a Christmas thing, and we're standing in his driveway, and she's got the hearing aid, and she's like, oh, I got to wear my, and it whistles all the time. Like, yeah, it's like talking to a tea kettle in a house dress, okay? So I go, Ma, you got to put the hearing aid in because it's exhausting to have to yell. It's like, you want more pie? Like, try that. But you're in a house with 20 people, right? So she goes, oh, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in. And she's not going to put it in just to annoy me, right? So is it okay if I stand?
Yeah,
so
go
we're
ahead.
standing
Leo,
in the driveway, I swear to God, and it's a stone driveway. And she's sitting, I'm going to put it in. And then she's about to walk, and she drops the hearing aid. She also, eyesight's not great, so she bends over to pick up the hearing aid, picks up a stone, and sticks it in her ear. True story. True story. Sorry, I went on. You got me going.
No, that's fantastic. You mentioned shopping. I know that I have places that test my patience. Like, I can't go to IKEA on a Saturday because I'll lose my mind.
Yeah.
Is there a place like that for you?
Yeah, Home Depot.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, look.
The audience is with you on that one.
Yeah, and they're not a bad place, but let's be honest. It's a retirement home for carpenters and plumbers and electricians. It's people want, right? They have that smock with their name on it.
Yeah.
It's not so that you know their name, it's so that they remember who they are.
Yes.
And nobody stays in their own department. Is that my camera? Look.
Yes.
Look.
No.
Where's
You're
right.
right.
Where's my camera?
Here, go to camera 7 right there.
You work there, Home Depot. Whoever met, stay in your own department. I counted 6 years of my life in Home Depot trying to find stuff. Because you want to know why? No matter what your age is in life, no matter what your station, Marge at 93, us in our mid-50s, whatever, the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Like Robert, he's 75 and he's supposed to be in painting, but he's not. He's in plumbing. He doesn't know anything about this plumbing. He doesn't even know how to flush a toilet. Just stay in your department. See, so I'm trying to get Home Depot to be like Vegas, where they have cameras in the ceiling.
Yeah.
So when these people wander out of their department, you could just yell, Robert, get out of paint, go back into siding. Like it's just...
Have they responded?
Well, they're apparently, they put me on some kind of a list.
List?
Oh, I had this other thing. Nobody cares anymore. Like, our society is one of two ways now. We're all either completely indifferent, or because of social media and everything else and the overly PC culture we live in, everybody's in everybody's business. Let's live in the middle. Life exists in the gray area. Example, I go into the Gap. I'm looking for, I swear to God, my wife will tell you, I'm going to get arrested. I swear to God. And I say to the guy, first of all, in the Gap, okay, I don't know if you can get shot at Jeff. He's got the headset on and everything, right? So the guys in the Gap, the people in the Gap now, for some reason, have enough audio communication equipment that you could literally talk to like somebody on Mars. You ever notice that?
Yes!
Like the whole Gap is the size of the studio, and there's a guy with a headset and a thing and a scanner, and it's like, is this Star Trek? What am I doing? Right? So now understand that's the context. So he's got all this equipment on, and he's folding sweaters. And I go, excuse me, I'm looking for hoodies. Can you tell me where the hoodies are? And he literally goes like this. He looks up and he goes, you can look around. Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, you know what? I said the next time you go into the emergency room with a big cut on your head, I hope the surgeon goes, here's a needle and thread. You take care of this yourself, right?
Paul's sticking around. He's performing this weekend at the House of Comedy, the Mall of America. That's why he's here. More with Paul when we come back. Back after this.
Oh, God.
You may take that. That's our parting gift for you, Paul. Yes. You may take that. We were talking during the break a little bit. For those of you who don't know, I mentioned in the intro, Paul works with Colbert. He's the warm-up guy. What's it like? This is a good time. We don't get political on this show, but Colbert is number one, mainly because of his political humor. But for you personally, do you enjoy, I mean, as a warm-up guy, I don't think the average person knows unless they've been to a taped show. What do you do? That sounded rude, but I mean, you know what I mean. Paul, what do you do?
See you later. I don't need this. I'm going now. Bye. I got to go to the Gap and get a hoodie. Well, I mean, it's actually an important job because and I was a writer on The Daily Show for quite a while, and no. No, by the way, Jon Stewart, tiny man, that big. We'd carry him around in a Sherpa bag like a little dog and feed him. You can work all day on the material, but ultimately you all have the power, not just in the audience, but at home. And so if the audience isn't right and in the right frame of mind, that joke that is on paper is fantastic, dies. People at home aren't going, well, you know what? On paper, that was a good joke, but they're just like, oh, that joke sucked.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to watch your show anymore. So it's a dance that has to happen where a lot of parts, as you know, have to be integrated during the course of the day for everything to come together. I mean, you have fantastic. Your stage manager, fantastic.
Aaron Schwaberini.
She's great. Great energy.
Yeah.
Flashes.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah. I'll be in your audience anytime. No, it's very important.
We call that Nudity Wednesday. That's right, yeah.
Why can't I come on a Wednesday?
I know.
So that's sort of what that's about. And it's good for me because it allows me, it's sort of a very specific job on the show, and then just allows me to do all my other stuff like touring. I've got a one-man show that I've been doing. And
you live in New York, right?
Yeah, and we're doing this show. It's basically based on what I've been doing in my stand-up, which is I talk to audience. It's a theater show. It's off-Broadway. We just got nominated for an award, actually.
Yep.
And I bring audience members on stage. And it was born out of my stand-up and the warm-up where I just bring people on stage randomly and talk to them about their lives. And I swear to God, and the theme of the show is everybody has a story, and if we talk, we connect. And if we connect in a very divisive time, maybe things are a little bit better. Now, I love
that, Paul.
So there are some really fantastic stories. We had this one woman, she's 83, and she is one of my groupies now. Her name is Leslie. She follows me around New York City at clubs. And she does, yeah. And I said, she grew up on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and she used to, as a young girl, walked FDR's dog, Fala.
What?
Yeah. And she was hilarious. I go, how was it? She goes, well, first of all, the Roosevelts were cheap as heck. And I go, so when you walked the dog back then in the 40s, whatever, did you like have a pooper scooper? She goes, nah, it was New York. You just watched where you walked. That's all. It's great. We had, and what's wonderful is that people are getting to be connected to people that they don't know or lives they don't know. We had a transgender young woman on who was fantastic and talking about she was going through transgender. We had a young, maybe 25-year-old guy talking. He's gay. I said, when did you come out to your parents? He started. He goes, well, that was pretty funny. I go, why? He goes, well, I said to my mom, I think I'm gay. And her response was, why are you telling me at 10:30 at night? Which is like, you can't.
Timing.
Right. And then I have one other one. I know this is a family show, so I'll try. Yeah. So,
thank you. We want to stay on the air after your appearance.
Well, you have her flashing people. What difference?
Wednesdays, Paul. It's only Wednesdays.
By the way,
the
package never matches the story either.
That's right. Yes,
Like on the outside, everybody looks, and on the inside, everybody's their story. So, woman's 69, the husband's 70. They're in New York City. They're visiting, I guess, right? I said, how long have you been married? They go, a year. So everybody claps because, oh, yeah, they're older and they got together. I go, great. So how did you meet? That's all I asked. And the woman said, spankme.com. And that's it. Yep. I swear to God, and there's a whole story that I don't want to whatever, but like their first date was role playing and here's the thing. They look like your grandmother and grandfather.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Paul, you know what's funny about this is there's about 100 senior citizens at Walker Methodist watching this right now.
That's right.
Cheers, Marge!
Marge! Hey, Marge!
Paul Mecurio, everybody!
Thank you.
Find him this weekend. Find him this weekend at the House of Comedy at the Mall of America. For tickets, head to moa.houseofcomedy.net or head to Paul's website right there at the bottom of your screen. And we'll post this on Facebook a little bit later.